What's up, everyone? Um, Man, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've shot a YouTube video. It's been a while since anyone's actually have seen my face. It's been a while since a lot of people have heard my voice. And the reason why I am making this video is because of two things. One, I want to make an update on where I've been and why you haven't really seen me in a while. And two, or even heard from me in a while. And two, I want to talk about this this whole pandemic that's going on, and how I'm feeling in this whole situation. You know what I mean? So let's go with the first thing. So, where have I been? So let me start off going back a bit and then moving forward. So around 2016 to around 2018, I made a personal goal that I wanted to become financially successful. I won't really say what that number or salary really means. I'll let you really decide, because I feel as though financially successful is really based off of what you deem to be financially successful. So I'll let you decide what you feel that number is. Around that time, I made that goal, and it was hard. I think it was because I was working a lot trying to accomplish that goal while still, holding social media, still communicating, still texting, and a bunch of other things. And it got to a point around 2018 where I was making very small baby steps, but I just wasn't seeing the progression, the progress that I wanted to see. You know what I mean? And so, if anyone really knows me, like the people who know me really well, I have a knack sometimes for, if I don't see the results I want in the time frame that I want, I just go, you know what? Screw it. I'm going 0 to 100, right? I'm just going to go all in, no distractions, right? And honestly, that's what I've done for a lot of my biggest accomplishments in life, even like with fitness, right? I did find ways to make the progression with my body easier, but when it came to other aspects of my life, I definitely just cut all that out so I can focus purely on getting to the goal that I wanted to get to. And yeah, I decided to adopt that mentality again. And I basically just said, you know what, what's holding me back? And I thought at the time, and the reason why I say thought, I'll get back to why I say thought, but I thought at the time that social media and communication was holding me back. And so around 2018, I completely removed, well, I didn't remove, but I just went off of social media completely. I went ghost, I went MIA, and even when it came to texting, which a lot of people probably already know who've tried to reach out to me within the past year or two, it's been harder and harder to reach me, or you haven't reached, talked to me at all. And that was mainly because, like I said, my mind thought that, if I remove all these distractions, I will get to my goal even quicker. And so I was completely career focused and, finance focused. If I get finance oriented, I don't know. I'm tired, but you know what I mean. And so yeah, that's what I did. And I do want to say, as of 2020, I've accomplished that goal. I am, what I consider to be financially successful, right? And so, with that being said, the reason why I say thought, like I said earlier, is because that was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. Super stupid. The reason I say that is because I completely thought that social media and communication sometimes was a distraction. I had like that whole Batman mentality where it was like, I live in the dark. That's it. Like, I live in the dark, and I get to point A to point B, no distractions, nothing's holding me back. It's impossible to hold me back, and, I was shocked with how far I was able to really take myself mentally and emotionally. I really figured out that I'm pretty damn resilient. And I guess I always knew that with like working out and some of the other accomplishments that I've made in my past, but I never knew how bad just not being in communication with others can really mess up your psyche. And it definitely did a number on me. And with that being said, to anyone who's thinking about doing that, anyone thinking of like improving their career, improving their finances, do not do that. Baby steps is everything. It is everything. It's a way to maintain, your communication with others. It's a way to be social. It's still, you're still progressing, right? And I feel as though so many people either have this mentality of, it's either I'm progressing or I'm not progressing. You know what I mean? And I can understand that, because sometimes when we say we want to hit a goal, we sometimes put all these other things like social media, staying in contact with people, partying, and a bunch of other stuff. Like, we put that low key at the top of everything on our list, and our actual goal is at the bottom. And even though we keep telling ourselves that, no, I'm focusing on this goal, it seems as though as the years go on, nothing was ever really done with this goal, right? You know what I mean? And there's some people like my dumb self who decided, you know what, this goal is at the very top, right? Everything else is below. And and every day I should be striving for that, and everything else comes next. And if I don't hit what I want for that specific day, then it doesn't matter. Everything else has to come much, much later. And it's not smart. Not smart whatsoever. And do I regret it? Yes and no. Yes, because my communication went down. And honestly, there's other things I definitely want to talk about in this video, but I can't. So I will be talking about it in a future video. But other reasons why it's been so hard for me communication-wise is because of like mental health. And mental health is definitely a real thing. And so to anyone who wants to accomplish any goal in life, please just don't go from 0 to 100. It doesn't help at all. Definitely take baby steps. Yeah. The reason I say yes, I regret it, is because that just escalated my mental health and my lack of communication. Because my lack of communication wasn't just towards my goal. It was also because of things I was dealing with mentally and emotionally. And those weighed on me heavily, to the point where I basically silenced myself. So, yes, I do regret it. But no, because I was able to reach my goal. But then it's really up for interpretation on what's more important, yourself or where you see yourself 5 years from now. I guess that's really up to you to decide. I'm still trying to decide that myself. But with that being said, that's an update. And now I want to lead into the next part, which is the reason why I'm coming back is because of this whole pandemic. And I've noticed a lot of things that have really upset me when it comes to mental health and how it's correlated with this entire pandemic. So, as we all know, about like 1/5 of the American working people have been laid off. A lot of people are filing for unemployment. I think we're now around 22 to 24 million. I think we're at around that for the amount of people who filed for unemployment. And honestly, it's really just sad. It's heartbreaking, and yeah, it's just a lot, you know what I mean? And I know with, a lot of people filing for unemployment, that increases anxiety, that increases depression, that increases a lot of other mental illnesses that honestly it's just so sad to hear and see. And I completely understand why it's happening, why people are becoming more anxious and depressed, because you don't really know what's going to happen next. None of us really know what's going to happen next. And that's kind of like the scariest thing. And then if you have family, if you have kids you have to take care of, hell, even just trying to take care of yourself, it can get a lot. And then also people aren't even able to eat, and that's just so heartbreaking, because it's like so many people are suffering, and it's like, what can I do to help? I've been thinking about that for the longest time, and so I've decided for the next 3 months, because I'm in a place where I am, financially stable, I'm financially, good on my end. I want to be able to donate money to different organizations, different charities, and just be able to help. I don't know if it's going to speed up the process. I would love for it to speed up the process. I would love to help people feel safe to get back to work. I know there's some people who are like taking this time to really, become better, to work on themselves mentally and emotionally. This is a break that some people have told me that they needed, because it's helping them really see what they need out of life and what they want out of life. And to those people, I'm happy that you're feeling happy out of this. I wouldn't say happy as a whole, but like you're getting some sort of benefit out of this, But to all the people who are actually suffering and really going through it, I want to be able to help those people. Domestic violence has also increased based off statistics, and it just baffles me. It's mind-boggling that someone could, I don't know. It's just overall sad. It's something that I'm hoping that I whatever I can do, I can be able to make even the smallest amount of impact. Because this whole thing's just up. It's just beyond up. And I don't know. If you're suffering right now, if you are in a domestic violence situation, if you are feeling like you're all alone, if you're feeling like anxiety and depression or other mental illnesses are weighing you down, if you feel like the world's on your shoulders, I'm sorry. I really am. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone. I promise you, you're not alone. And it's people who care about you, who love you, and want to see you and everyone, really get back after all of this. If I do want to also say that, especially if you're in a domestic violence situation, don't let anyone tell you that you should just leave, and try to put all the pressure on you. I mean, I've seen that happen so many times where people are like, oh, you should just leave, or, oh, why are you even standing up, staying for that? And it's absolutely just horrendous. It's disgusting. And the reason I say that is because it's not that easy to just tell someone to just leave. You know what I mean? It's not that easy just to say, hey, like, this other person who says that they love you, this other person who says that they care about you, like, they're not showing it, so just leave. All those years you put into the relationship and you thought it was something, you thought that it was loving and prosperous, it wasn't, so just leave. And and some people can't even leave. Like, there's violence in regards sometimes. So if you're in a domestic, violence relationship, whether it's man or woman, just know that I'm sorry, and hopefully, you could be able to escape that whole situation. Don't ever put any pressure on yourself. You are not the bad person in this situation. The other person is. So don't blame yourself. Don't think that it's your fault. It's not. For kids who are in violent situations with their parents, I'm sorry as well. Again, it's not you. It's not you at all. Violence is never the answer. It should never get to that point, ever. And so, if you're dealing with that, I'm sorry. I know I said sorry so many times here, but I just don't know what else to really say. Like, even talking about this is like definitely like breaking my heart. And so the last thing I really want to say to people is, please just be kind and caring to one another. Love one another, take care of one another, whether it's a loved one or even a random person on the street. Just be kind to that person, because you have no idea what that random person is going through. They could be having the worst day ever, and you maybe just giving a smile, or just saying, hey, are you okay, or saying thank you, or just being, I don't know, just showing some sort of kindness can go a long way. Reach out to people that you love, check up on them, let them know that they're not alone. But like I said at the beginning of the in the middle of the video, not entirely sure, I'm going to be donating money to different organizations and charities. I have a list right here of all of them. They'll also be in the description as well. If you want to donate, you definitely can. There is no pressure whatsoever. You do not need to donate. This is just to help out. If you don't have the finances, or if you just need to pay your own bills, because honestly, I'm putting as much as I can, because I also have my own bills I have to pay. So I completely understand where you are coming from. There is no pressure at all. I just want to be able to, help out. And if you want to help out too, again, no pressure, but if you want to help out, you can. I feel like there's maybe more I should say. Yeah, I can't think of anything right now. But I guess I want to end it off with this. Do unto others as you'd like to be done unto yourself. That's the golden rule. And I feel like that is something that we need at this specific time. Take care of one another, love one another, and we'll get through this together. That's a promise. Peace.